Okay guys, check this out. A text message, an email, and a chat client walk into the bar. What happens? They make Microsoft Teams. Oh my gosh, this is one of the most transforming applications out there. Stay tuned and we'll show you what it's all about. See you real soon. Hey guys, I'm Neadom Tucker, owner of Kotori Technologies, and yes, today we're going to talk about if a text message, email, and chat messenger went into a bar and had a baby, what would we get? We would have Microsoft Teams. I think this is one of the best products that Microsoft has come out in a long time for what it does for a business. So let's talk about it. You know, in today's terms, you've got a lot of employees that like to text message back and forth or group text messages. That's really okay, but I'll be honest, it's kind of annoying to kind of get buzzed every time you're getting a message. How do you also keep new members to the team? How do you keep them involved in what you're doing? And so this is where Teams does a really great job of doing that, giving you a historical conversation of what's happened. The beautiful part about a team is that you can build multiple what we call channels inside of a team. So let's take, for example, an operations department that has an operational team inside of Teams. We can break that operational channel out maybe to onboarding or offboarding or deliveries or whatever we want to build into that. And those can be individual conversations about those things within that department. And it can be different. Maybe HR has got a team and we're going to talk about new hires or terminations or write-ups or whatever. We can keep all that information secure, but then have it in one section where we can go back and look at historical conversations, because honestly, the back and forth of emails can get kind of tedious in that world. So Teams works really well in that aspect of keeping the conversation and the history of that conversation all in one place for you. Okay, so not only can we do historical conversations, but we also have the ability to do files inside of Teams. And so think about this. Let's say you're going to share a resume with somebody. If, let's say, again, stick to this whole HR piece. You're going to share a resume with one of your team members. Say, hey, take a look at this resume. I want to know, get your input. And so you can put that in the conversation. You guys can have a conversation. If you're completely in Office 365 and that document, you can actually open that document and have a conversation inside of the document with Teams. You can chat back and forth. You can really do that inside of 365, but it kind of ties it back in together with Teams, and you can then see the conversation of that document inside of Teams. So having conversations about documents or working together and collaborating is a really big point, but the file management portion of Teams really gives you the ability of having all of those files regarding that team, and inside that channel, go ahead and build the folder structure for you. And so inside of Teams, you get a SharePoint-like environment where you may have a folder for the team called HR, and then you may have a folder for new hires as another piece, and that would be a separate folder for that channel that those files would be under. Again, gives you one place to find everything, so later on if you don't have to search through the conversations to find the file, you can click on Files and then see the files regarding that channel. Really simple to manage. Communicating face-to-face with somebody is the best form of communication. Now, it's really hard to do that in text messages and back and forth in emails, but having a face-to-face conversation really removes the kind of the undertones of an email, putting things in all caps. Maybe it didn't mean to sound disrespectful in email, but it came across that way. Having a face-to-face conversation makes it really important in that whole prospect of communicating with your employees. So Teams makes this really easy. It gives you the ability to make a phone call or also a video chat back and forth. You can just click on the camera button, and if you've got a camera on your computer and a microphone, you can start up a video chat. You can do it from your cell phone as well. Even if you have your cell phone to laptop, it works really simple. So, having that, doesn't matter if you have an Android or an iPhone, you can have communication and collaboration really simple, and you can do a group of people within a meeting to have a conversation, and you can meet in a particular channel inside of Teams or just in a particular group to kind of have those meetings and set those aside. So again, video just allows you to stay connected a little bit better and have a better one-on-one interaction with your team members. So all of these culminate into one thing, a sense of community. We've got clients with offices in Florida and South Carolina and Georgia, in Mexico. I mean, all over, we've got clients with offices all over the place. And keeping all of these people connected so we feel like one team is really important. Because I don't know about you, but your mission, vision, and values, a lot of people, a lot of organizations put a lot of time and effort in that. And this kind of helps you put your culture together to make this really a cohesive thing inside your organization. And so, that really sums up. We talked about, 4 things today about Microsoft Teams. We talked about making sure you got historical conversations to keep everybody in the loop, even new hires. We talked about file management inside of Teams. We also talked about video conversations and video chat. And then lastly, we talked about sense of community. And within all those 4 things within Teams really helps an organization stay connected with their team members and their employees. Well, guys, that sums it up. I hope you had a great week. We'll see you next week and have a great time. If there's anything we can help you with, visit us online at www.kotoritechnologies.com. See you then.